So today we're going to be looking at 4 ways to future-proof your social media. Is that possible?
I think so. Let's find out. Hi guys, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Adam.
And this is your weekly social. All right, so 4 ways. 4 ways to future-proof social media.
So the number 1 way is good branding.
Good branding. Yeah, that makes sense. So good branding, it's consistency. It's being able to, wherever you post and whatever you do, website, social media especially, everything is consistent. Everything kind of like flows and comes together and really communicates your brand in a very positive way. If you want to know what branding is, we have a webinar posted that you can switch over to and watch after this video. But it's just what helps bring everything together.
And what's a good example of that? Like I have some, but like who do you like for their branding?
Well, I get Fabletics popping up on my stuff a lot, and it's usually advertisements, but when you go to their actual profile, like everything is very consistent. Their branding is consistent. Whenever they do partnerships even, they did a kind of like a branded partnership with Liza Koshy, and she's super fun, very eccentric, and the way that they not only, you know, made the products, but also the way that they advertised and showed like, hey, we're working with Liza. Like it all just kind of flowed, and it was still Fabletics. They didn't get lost in her personality, and she didn't get lost in Fabletics, and it was very cohesive, and it all just like flowed so wonderfully. And she's super fun, and the photography that they did with her was great, and everything just came together. And they do that with all the other partnerships that they have as well.
So you know who also does that really well? The SportSack. Yeah, they're out of New York. They have a lot of other places and vendors. They are a worldwide known bag, luggage, purse, diaper bag, like everything. But then they do, like you were saying, like those partnerships, they don't get people lost in it. And the people who are engaged with them, like they're like, oh yeah, I have a 2018 bag of this. I have a 2019 bag of that. And even in their social media, it's very known what the identity is. They'll post some of their own customers that, you know, have good photos, like why not? But then it is clearly their brand, and it's clearly their identity. If you want to see branding on a consistent level that's really future-proof, go check out luxury brands. Usually they have the most defined, a little bit more on the elegant, classy side, which may not fit every brand, but there's good things that are there that they just do right all the time. If you have good branding, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. It's gonna just be consistent and good.
Because you can have your brand fit for any platform, because every platform is just a little different in how they like to reach their audience. And so your stuff that fits for Instagram can translate into what fits for Facebook, what fits for Twitter, what fits for Snapchat even, and TikTok. Number 2 was organic posting and keeping things.
So like earthy things.
Earthy, like trees. No. Organic as in you're not really putting any money towards it. You know, you can kind of tell when things have money put towards it because it pops up everywhere, versus when they don't and it's only on the feed. And going back to Fabletics, I noticed that too. Like there are posts on their thing that I never see. I've never seen some of those posts on their Instagram because I mostly see ads. And then every now and then a few things pop in. So it's what pops in behind the ads. That organic posting is another thing. And keeping up with that consistency.
And then for number 3, one of the big things that we're a big believer in is not having all of your eggs in a singular basket. As we've been seeing, there's been a lot of upheaval in the overall digital marketing space. Facebook's changing their name to Meta. There's all kinds of things happening with that. And even Instagram is having some interesting things with their GIF system, Giphy. It's fascinating. The whole thing's fascinating. Jack Dorsey just left Twitter, which is huge. And even in like an even grander scale, we saw the current CEO of Microsoft just dump 50% of his stock.
Wow.
Right, so there's always going to be tumultuous times. And so then if something happens to Facebook, do you actually have an audience or a presence in Twitter, Snapchat, or TikTok? Or if TikTok, which has all kinds of weird suspensions, and we've talked about on this show before, if there's a suspension, where does your audience know to find you? And having those diversified portfolio of marketing platforms really protects your business as a whole.
Got it.
And we're big believers in that. And that goes right into our fourth one, which is email marketing. And you're like, oh my gosh, email marketing, that's so old school. It's not even social media. But it's protecting your audience in case anything and everything goes bad. AWS, they're the hosting service that runs most social media platforms. If there's an outage, you don't have anything. Emails, you own. You have that in an Excel spreadsheet. You probably have that in a Google Sheet. You probably have it in Constant Contact or MailChimp or some other platform. You can still activate into that and keep hold of your audience even when other platforms fail.
Yeah.
And when we talk about future-proofing, that's what we're talking about, is maintaining that audience for the long run. Just because things are tumultuous, things are changing. I mean, 2021's had a lot of big changes.
And even to kind of keep up with that idea of not putting all your eggs in one basket and separate them into your own special social media baskets. If you remember the blackout that we had,
oh yeah,
everyone was very lost, didn't know what was happening. There were some brands out there that went to the platforms that didn't go down and said, hey, we're still here, we're still live. And, you know, Instagram and Facebook may be down, but our website's not, and had people go that way. And so email marketing and utilizing other platforms for those purposes can help in situations like that. You don't have to be that one person on an email marketing platform and bug everyone and be like, hey, here's this deal, here's this deal, here's this deal. It can be something you send out once, twice a month, and that be okay. And it's also not something that takes up all that much time in a person's schedule either.
And even going back to branding, do check out our video on branding. We'll have it linked below, but we also have a free brand workbook sheet that can help you make sure that you're on the right track. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to talk. We love talking about this stuff. This is our favorite part of the day. And so thank you so much for your time today. Feel free to like. They hit bells, right? That's the thing.
Hit the bell, like, subscribe. We are also on Spotify, and you can listen to those there. Bye, guys.
Bye.